Hi, welcome to Monday Morning Markets. I'm George Nordhaus, and we're happy to have you, and it really is a new day. Well, over all these years, I've been so concerned, like many of you have, about the major things that are happening to our industry. You know, and I know how difficult it is to compete against the GEICOs of the world. I don't have to give that story again. Every one of us knows it. We know even that Google went into business or tried it, or maybe they'll be back again. Walmart, all of those, it's just scary, isn't it? Even the IBM's Watson now into the insurance business. Well, I think every agent is aware of where he or she is left because the personal lines commoditization has just made it a new business. And the small commercial lines is going that direction too. Over the past few years, I've watched a lot of agencies, and they flounder because they want to get in that game and say, oh, maybe we can beat them on their price. Click here, let us give you a quote, and when we get into that business, it's very difficult. Nobody yet, to my knowledge, has figured out what kind of way we can make that different. So I thought maybe if we could have a differentiator, something that would show the insurance buying public that our business model is a lot more than personal and commercial on our website or just selling that lower priced product. I began to realize how much business is out there. You know, the insurance industry, look at that. It's over $1.2 trillion. Now that's life and health and as well as property casualty, but still the numbers are staggering on the amount of business that's sold in the world and in the United States for that matter. Then I saw something that really got my attention. I saw the Conning report, and I never realized this before. They're a consulting firm and a good one, well known, and I read this report and where they said 56% of all insurance premium is composed of non-standard products. I didn't know that. That's amazing. But how do we find them? And that's what I've been asking around. Well, I went to a lot of places and see how they are finding them. And Al Diamond, the consultant, well, let's listen to him and let him tell his view of the situation. As I was contemplating all the tremendous amount of business in the specialty markets, I talked to my friend Al Diamond, who's of course the president of Agency Consulting Group, and he had some thoughts on it. I just want to share with you. Al, will you say what you told me, please?
Sure. George, every agent I know gets thrown curveballs and specialty programs. The problem that we've had historically is the agents haven't known what to do with them. Many of them just turn the business down, but the ones that don't spend an inordinate amount of time trying to find specialty markets. We get flooded, I'm sure you do too, George, with emails every day about specialty programs available, but we don't have any way of organizing those emails, so once those emails have been read and discarded, we don't remember where to go again. The program like yours, it would be invaluable to most agents if they can either search themselves or have their clients figure out how to get their specialty program needs met through the agency that does all of their other insurance. I think this would be a wonderful tool.
Well, thank you, Al, and I totally agree with you. You got me, you just solidified in my mind that we're on the right track, and I know we are, but thank you again. Thanks, Al. And then after I went to, I thought about that, then I began to understand the insurance marketplace, the Rough Notes insurance marketplace a lot better. And I'll tell you about that in just a second. But I realized that if there's one place on the internet that people can get to those markets, find all those markets, it's certainly the insurance marketplace. Well, as I went forward here trying to figure out what we could do to make us different, I began to think there's got to be a way. So we came up with, well, Monday Morning Markets. What is it? Monday Morning Markets is a primary source for the insurance agents, you, to connect with specialty market providers. And those are the GAs, wholesalers, and so forth, so that you can find and understand them, and then you can go after them. Then we began to realize that if we could work with Rough Notes and the Monday Morning Markets could provide enhanced customized video product demonstrations from those insurance markets providers and give marketing tools for agency websites. Holy moly, that might be the perfect combination. And so we began to put it together, and we realized that everybody wins. We always used to say when everybody boosts, everybody wins. But as we thought about who really benefits here, you thought about, well, the specialty markets providers. All of a sudden, they have the ability to go on hundreds of agency websites and actually work with them on individual products and programs. And then, of course, the retail agency with product knowledge, marketing options, increased sales situations. Everybody wins, and that's not a bad deal. So we set up our goals. Our goals were, well, for the agents to provide the most effective specialty markets locator system, plus, and that's very important, providing agencies videos for their websites, allowing agencies to stand out from the competition. Hey, we're not just personal and commercial. We're a lot more than that. We are really across the board and sell everything. Of course, for the specialty markets providers, the SMPs, they can have connections to retail agencies, wider distribution of all of the specialty products, teaching more, and it just worked. And so, but then we began to put it together, and well, there's a couple of major benefits to everybody. First, the Monday Morning Markets Market Finder. And this is for the agents who want to find a market for whatever it may be. And so the way it works is this: the agency, you go to agenciesonline.biz up there, you see it. You click down at the bottom on the left-hand side, you see Monday Morning Markets. Click on it. And what are you going to see? Well, you're going to see a two-step program. Number one, you're going to look for coverages, programs, product that have videos on them. I don't know, there's so many other programs that don't yet, but we will as we go forward here. And when you do, they'll get the videos will show the explanation of the coverage. It'll show the who provided it, the specialty markets providers. And then if you like it, you say, hey, I see there's a video I would like to send out on this person that I have right now. Send out the video. And the videos are not real long, but they do cover what it's all about. If you wanted to sign up for that, you just go to mondaymorningmarkets.com and sign up for it. It's as simple as that. So, and it's free. That's the good thing about it. Well, then what happens when you get in there, you will see, for those who have already recorded it, you will see but the explanation of that particular coverage, and you'll see a click here and an Arlington row. With a click here, you can listen to the PKV and Arlington row. Well, I'll show you. If you click there, up comes the aircraft hull and liability in that particular one. The president of Arlington row, Jim Rowe, and he's telling about, well, overview of that. And you'll be able to hear that a little later, but not right now. Then on the other one, if you want to see who provided it, that's Arlington row, and here's their website, and you can go right to them, and it's a piece of cake, because there you'll have all the information and you can submit it right to them if you do have an account. But what if you don't have a video there and you still want to the account, you still want to know more about and who sells that particular coverages? What you do then, if the coverage or program isn't listed or available to you, you just go to the Rough Notes Insurance Marketplace. It's right there. And it has over 700 specialty coverages and programs. It's the most widely used directory there is. There isn't any charge. There's no login. You just select the coverage, the state that you're in, the coverage that you need, click on it, and up comes the PKV, the SMP, excuse me, who actually sell it. Well, let's let Walt Gadowsky tell about that, and we'll learn a lot more from him. One of the great features of Monday Morning Markets is the Market Finder. And of course, who's better than to do market finding than Rough Notes? There's a picture of your Rough Notes. This is the February edition, as a matter of fact, and you've all read it for many, many years, and Rough Notes has been around. How long, Walt, has Rough Notes?
137 years we've been publishing Rough Notes, and for 27 years we've agent on the cover.
Yeah, you did what on the cover? I'm sorry.
An agent on a cover for 27
27 years? I didn't know that.
That's how long we've been doing it.
And you've been with them for how long? Long time.
37. 37 years.
So all but 100 years you've been there. Well, that's fantastic. Well, one of the things, and of course you and I have been working together for a long time, but one of the things that really got to my attention when I figured we were going to start this market program, market finding and all that sort of thing, was, of course, Rough Notes and the beautiful, beautiful insurance marketplace. You started this when?
We started in 1963, and that's the hard copy up there now. And we also have the online version that we put up, and both are free to agents, both the hard copy and on the internet. And on the internet, we get approximately 43,000 hits a month, and the hard copy goes out to about 45,000 agents across the country.
Oh man, oh man, oh man, that's big. Well, with the work we're going to do with you, I hope we can even get more if possible. Well, show us how it works. Will you please, the one online, for example?
Sure. Okay, let's go to the online. Okay, there's the online version. That's what it would come up. And we got over 800 coverages and programs that are included in this. And let's just say that you want to look for professional accountant's liability. And let's say we're going to look in the great state of Indiana, and we're going to click on that.
Okay.
And the first thing that's going to come up is you're going to see the definition. Most agents don't know what they're really looking for, and this will give you the definition of accountant's professional liability. And when I say some agents don't know what they're looking for, you might be looking for taxis, but taxis for the disabled, and it'll explain that in the definition. Anyway, there's the definition, and then we go down and see who writes this type of program. Well, we can see Landy does, and All Risk, and NWIMS, and let's say we just go with Landy and see what comes up.
Okay.
All right, there's his website. There's all the information you need about him, and the toll-free number, his address, email, ULR, and where he operates. So you can see he lists just about in every state. So he's got the pen to do that program in just about every state. And that's very, very important. And what we do is every quarter we update this. So let's just say that Landry drops out of this type of coverage. Well, we will take him off, or if he adds a coverage, we will add that in there also. So the online version is a working quarterly change version, and of course it's much better than just the hard copy that we send out once a year.
Well, that's amazing. Well, we're going to on Monday Morning Markets, as you know, we're going to be having a lot of these recorded explanations. We call them the product knowledge videos, and Landy was one of the first three. We're going to be using him. It's John Torvey there, and he's been very cooperative, and we have that, and we'll be sending this out to every agency, and you'll see more about it on this particular presentation. But Walt, publisher of Rough Notes, you've done us a favor. You've given us an opportunity to, and hopefully we can do you a favor by getting even another 40,000. How's that sound?
That sounds great to me, George, and good luck, and I know this will work.
How does a retail agency benefits? We do use the term retail agency just to make sure that there's no confusion between general agencies, wholesalers, and so forth. So the retail agency has a lot of benefits in using Monday Morning Markets. So what the first thing we have to do is figure out how to use it properly. And that's why you're going to see Monday Morning Markets a lot everywhere, because you can always go in there and into the website, of course, and get a lot of information. And I'll be telling you more about that in a minute. But you can always see the videos in there, and see in here. Here's the explanation of the accountant's professional liability, for example. And you can, of course, click there, and then you can. What'll come up is the video itself, and you click on it, and you can hear the video. Here's a similar type thing for antique and classic automobile insurance, and so it goes. There's going to be very many of them over the years to come, we hope. Now, the big thing is that we must get this on our websites, because that's where the money is going to be in the long run. That's where we're going to have that's why all these videos, incidentally, are made just for consumers, not to educate you, not for you to go to the general agency or the SMP, we call it, specialty markets provider, but it's for the client, or the prospective client, to understand what it is, so you can more possibly sell him or her better. Two major reasons that you want to add these specialty coverages. Here's you've seen this, and it's a lot of times it's all through our presentation here and on www.mutt.com. You know, there's specialty programs, and so forth, and so it'll be very visible. And that's a very reasonable. That's reason number one. We want the world to know that we have enhanced capabilities. We're not GEICO. We can't just be on the phone for a minute and you know, and to sell automobile or homeowners or small commercial or something like that. We have more. What we're really saying to them is that, look, we can meet your needs. We can meet all your needs. As a matter of fact, we have hundreds. As a matter of fact, on the insurance marketplace that we'll be using as a reference and live, it has over 700 coverages in it. So that's what you're going to be able to tell people. Hey, we have everything. Go on in and see it. The second reason is that video. And we use videos because we love videos. Seeing and hearing, we know, is simply more effective. I tried to figure out the best way I could explain this to you. Then I thought of Eddie Emmett. Eddie is a publisher of all kinds. He has meetings and all. He's a teacher. He's in the Atlanta area. He has newsletters of all shapes and sizes. But he's really a pro on videos, and he uses them in a lot of different ways. So Eddie, would you tell us why video is so important to agencies now and in the future?
I'll be glad to, George, and thank you for the opportunity. You ask, why is video so important to agencies now and in the future? Well, number one, by next year, 2017, video will account for 69% of all of the consumer internet traffic.
Gosh, that's amazing number. Amazing.
Here's another one. Your agency's video can increase the chance of a front page Google result by 53 times.
Holy mackerel. 53. I can't even get these numbers in my head. Yeah.
You know, quite often we ask for people to refer us. We usually give them 2 business cards. Well, satisfied clients are 10 times more likely to refer someone in their social media when you record and post their video testimonial.
So we're talking
they love to share it.
Testimonials right in there. And I think you're going to see a lot more of those video-wise, yeah.
And we have found that more and more people are reading less and less. So what we found is that 65% of the viewers watch more than 3/4 of a video rather than read text-based content.
It's amazing.
And there's so many more reasons, but here's another one. 65% of the viewers visit the business's website after watching a video.
That just knocks your socks off. Thanks, Eddie. That's just amazing. So now you know why we're into videos. Now when you are ready to begin, and you will be, because you believe in how well video will work for you and all the other advantages of Monday Morning Markets, the next thing you need to do is to go to the mondaymorningmarkets.com website, and there it is. And you can see it's it'll explain it totally. All this that we've talked about here will be right there, and you can look at the products, and you can see agencies that are using it and how they're using it. And you, at any rate, that. Then what should I do next? Yeah, you need to go to Monday Morning Markets. Go to sign up for it. So you go back to the top menu, and you will see agencies there. And when you see agencies, there it is, and it'll show you free participation. How do you do it? Here's what it'll do for you. There's some more, and it once again kind of repeats what you've seen there, but it's neat because it gives you some instructions. It goes a little bit more depth there, and then copy. Then what you'll do is you go on down at the bottom, and when you get to the bottom, you're going to find a registration. And the registration shouldn't take you more than 10 minutes at all, and when you do, you will submit it. And then after you submit it, what happens? Well, I have submitted mine, so let me show you. Then you will have a dashboard like I have right here, and the dashboard will come up, and when it does, you will soon find that it gives you a bunch of information, specific information on what to do. For example, how to add Monday Morning Markets to your site. And if you're a developer, or if you want to do it yourself, how to edit it, And then all of that information is down here. It's just sort of a how to do. And then as you want, then what you will do is you will access your specialty package. And the specialty package is your working tool. You will have a username, or you'll just have a password. Anybody in your agency can go in here anytime they want to with your password. And here's what the specialty package, now this is going to grow, but here's what it is. It's going to tell you what to do, the information on how to do it, the videos for each member of your team to review. We have some in there, but you'll see them, and there they are. Down, I mean, you've seen them before, but we'll also have them on, well, it says it's on the home page, so you can go back there. Here's how to find the market finder. You go to Agencies Online and so forth, and here's the steps to find the market finder. So if somebody's looking for markets, here's how to do it. They can then go and see the various videos that are there, and if you want to use the videos, fine, use them. You'll go in, have to register Monday Morning Markets, but you're doing it. This tells how it works so that people in your agency will know. The second step is, of course, we're going to be going to the insurance marketplace and using the insurance marketplace program. You've already seen that on our first presentation here. You're going to add, well, we've talked about adding the PKVs to your site, and we'll have those options, which you do. How do you use them? And that's really a good thing. How do you use this? Well, we show what it is here, and then we suggest here, for example, is a letter you might want to write to all of your clients. Hey, we've taken some steps for you. The major insurers cover everything, right, wrong, and so forth. So you can use that, or anything that you want to do. Obviously, it's your choice. Then there's some explanation there for if you want some optional marketing services. It shows that, and there's a video that'll be there, and it shows that you can specifically order. That's from Agencies Online, but it's not, you have to pay for that, but if you're going to do a marketing program, Agencies Online will do that for you for whatever it may be. Here's various samples, and you'll be hearing that video on there. So you may want to zero in on a niche, or you may want to work with a general agency, wholesaler, well, specialty markets provider. Here's a sample email letter to use for prospects. You're talking to somebody, say, hey, here's a video that you can have, and you just send them the video right along with it. And we'll have a lot more of those as time comes. Here's a blog sample for your website. You may want to do that, or you may want to use, I don't know how you use blogs. You use them with Facebook, LinkedIn, however you do it. Here's the Monday Morning Monitor, and you'll be hearing more about that later, but that's the monthly monthly webinar that we'll be having, and you'll like that, and it'll have all of the new ones on there, and it'll tell you all about that. How do you update and remove it, and so forth, and questions, you can contact the team, and there you are. So that's really kind of what you're going to be getting here. But the main thing is, if you have any questions on it, you can just give us a call, and it will help. Honestly, we will. Okay, thank you. Well, here's the specialty application, and we've shown you that, and you can see it again. But I just want to remind you that specialty application is very, very important for all of us, because particularly the general agencies and the wholesalers and the SMPs, they want to know who you are, where you are, what you are, and this is going to be very helpful. So I do mention it twice, but I think you'll enjoy it. We have something else that you're going to be involved with called the Monday Morning Markets Monitor. And this is a live monthly webinar. I'll be doing the hosting, but we'll have all kinds of agencies, participating agencies. We have people like Eddie talking about some of the stuff that he does on social networking with videos and other things. And it's amazing, but we'll talk about that later. We'll have it recorded. It'll be on your specialty package. We will send it automatically, however, to all of our participants, so that if they can't get to it live, they can hear it then. And of course, it's going to be, we'll have an update on new people, new PKVs all the time on it. Although, incidentally, as I have said before to you, that's going to go on your site automatically. Once you get to set up, you don't ever have to think about it again. But we'll tell you, we'll have you look at it, and of course, we'll talk to successful agents. We like to do that. Various questions that we've been having in the 6 months or so that we've been working on this thing. It's how do you get the approval to use it? Well, you apply to us, and we're not going to turn anybody down that I can think about, except I don't want to get into anything that might be illegally crazy, but almost everybody's going to be approved. Are you required to use them? No, you don't have to use anything, any requirements, anything you want. You can use as few or many or whatever it is you want. How are you going to know which PKs have added or removed? when you receive the monthly revised edition, it's going to be clearly apparent. You're going to record what changes you've made, maybe for your website, but it's going to be automatic. You just don't worry about it. And if you don't want something in there, you just go take it out, as I mentioned that before when I was talking about the specialty program. So another few questions that we get: are we required to replace the coverage? No, you can replace it with anybody, anytime you want to. We're not checking it out on you. But if you're going to use another provider all the time, maybe you ought to remove that PKV from your site. Anyhow, time requirements, how long we need to continue? No, nothing required. It's free. Everything that we've talked about here is free. And do we have to inform you if we decide to stop using it? No way. So once again, when you get that specialty package, you're going to have all the ways that you can add this, and it's very, very quick and inexpensive to add to your website. There's no charge to it, and if you need our help, we'll put you with somebody who can do it, but we're not going to be very much. Well, when we were putting this whole thing together, I went to my friend Bruce Cochran, with whom I've been working many, many years. He's the head of our AI Renaissance group up in New England. It's the biggest, I guess the oldest aggregator. Does over $500 million and has quite a number of great agencies. Well, Bruce Cochran put that all together, and he has done that, and it's just an amazing organization. I could go on and on, but we don't want to take the time for this. But anyhow, he is. He said, "Well, let me tell you what I think is going to be the agency of the future as it involves money markets." So, Bruce, it's your nickel.
Oh, George, thank you for letting me join you on this. It's a pleasure. Well, I think the essence of money markets is simply based on something that I've been preaching for many years, and that is that independent agents really need to portray themselves as the quarterback for all their insurance risk management needs. The point is that no individual agency can realistically portray him or herself as the expert on all coverages and all exposures. But just as great managers gather around them a multitude of talents that complement those of the manager, so the independent agent must have at his or her fingertips access to specialty markets to create a perfect fit between the insurer's needs and the appropriate coverage configuration. I mean, this is what I think money markets can do for independent agencies.
I think
taking that a step further, I believe that independent agencies need to broaden their product offerings to include their other related services. They can effectively do so utilizing the quarterback or the conductor approach. We only have so much bandwidth as individuals, but we can shine as the master conductor. So this is my vision of the independent agents of the future, one who can maximize his value add to the client, the breadth of which is truly unlimited.
Thank you, and I totally agree with you. And you clarified it, and you made it so simple for me to understand. I'm the guy that's trying to put it all together, and all of a sudden, you brought it live. But you're so right, and I couldn't agree more. Well, the last point, because again, is the retail agents. Don't forget now, the next step is for you to sign up online, go to Monday Morning Markets, click on Agencies there, and you're going to find all the information that you need, and we'll go through that. I've already gone through part of it. But remember this very, very important point, and it's not a bad thing. AFTA, always free to agents. Well, how about for specialty markets providers? I guess the magic question there is, hey, what's in it for you? Or what's in it for me? Well, a lot, and we'll tell you about that. But the best way to do it, I think, is just go on into the moneymarkets.com, and of course you'll have read all that, and by this time you'll have understood that very well. Then I would suggest that you go up to the top there into wholesalers. We use wholesalers here, but of course we're talking about SMPs, specialty markets providers. At any rate, when you click on that, here will be a very good explanation of everything that you need to do. Among other things on it, you will find the application for you to become a PKV provider. After you have registered, or after you've become an approved PKV provider, you'll be able to get to the SMP specialty package. When you log in each time, your specialty package will be right there. This will be your working tool. It has a lot of good information in it. Videos. Well, the videos, the number one is back to the videos on our home page, but those 3 videos there will be good for your team to use to get started if they don't, they don't know as much about it as you do. And then we work on the product knowledge videos. As you remember, we do them for you if you'd like, or you can do them yourselves. But we're happy to do them, and there's a lot of ways to do it. You would download the PKV template down there, and I won't go there now, but you download it, and you'd be able to get all the ideas of what to do on the taping or the videoing or the recording. Then there's the instructions step by step here for you to do. And we know that you won't have a problem with that. We have the example of a script right here that Helen Cassett of Arlington Road did, and it was so good that we used it. I won't take you there now, but you can go into that, and it'll show you exactly how to make the script. And then we want to put a picture of the presenter and all the things that we need to do. But here's how it's explained, and it all works out. Then we give you an example of the PowerPoint presentation completed from that exact script by Arlington Rowe. The length of it we talk about, and we leave that up to you. Don't want to be too long because people won't listen to it. And we'll have a 1-minute introduction to each one of them that we'll do separately so that they can see what's in the PKV before they look at it or listen to it. That's the customers or whatever, the clients. And then we'll do the recording. We'll set it all up for you. We'll get it back to you and so forth. Here's a number of ways to use the PKVs to your best advantage. I would be suggesting I would add those to my website if I could, if I were a markets provider. I would certainly go out to your current retail agents and tell them about it. And here's a suggested letter that you might want to send to your agency force, your present agency force. Here's a great idea to make your PKVs work even better, and you'll see that in there. And then here's additional messages you might want to send to that present agency list, the ones you're already using, and here they are. The sample email letter to prospects, like if you're an agency wants to know something about aircraft hull and liability, here's the way you send it to it. The optional marketing services we have, and here you're going to have a video right here that I won't go into right now, but that video will be able to show you how you can have specialty product marketing materials of all shapes and sizes. Val Jordan of Agencies Online describes it, and Agencies Online, of course I'm involved with that too, but we have something over 200 different campaigns and niches with brochures and direct mail and email and all that, and she'll show you how to do it. Now that's a charge for that for people, but the agents, or you might want to co-op with your agency force. Of course, I've always mentioned the access to the list of the registered retail agencies. I think it's really, really important. And so it's the good list there. There kind of shows one, but you're going to have right in here, you will have those lists of agencies and by state and by name, and with that information you click on it and you have all that information and more. And then we have the Monday Morning Markets Monitor, and it's a monthly webinar that we do, and we invite you and all of your people to come in there to see how people are using this. And don't forget the first in system, and I described that it's a little bit here in this, so I won't go over that again, but there it is. How do you update it? We show you about how to do all that. So, and this will grow. This is not the end by a long shot, but it's going to be growing, and I think you'll enjoy using it, and we'd like your input too. Well, as we said, one of the great, and I guess perhaps most appealing benefits to to SMP, especially markets providers, is the fact that they can build, or you can build your prospective agency list in there, because every Money Morning Markets agency registered becomes a prospect for you. That agency has your name on its website. That's not a bad way to start. You can educate the agency staff. You can help the agency sell more. There's a lot of really good information here on each agency, the name, and you'll see it there, all the instrument names, number of employees, producers, and so forth, so you can be sure it's there. But it's a very, very useful list, and it will be, because you'll be able to use that list, and it'll all be listed there by state and then alphabetical by state, so you can go in and see information on agencies. It'll be a great prospect list for you. And there's some extra benefits too. The first in system is very important. Only one SMP will have a specific coverage or program, and that SMP, the first one's in, will be the exclusive provider for that specialty coverage. And we're limiting every SMP to 10 of the videos, because we just don't want to, I mean, there's some people who could just take it all, and the beauty of this is it's going to be such a good mixture of SMPs. If it is not, though, if you have a specialty program of coverage that's not listed on the Rough Notes Insurance Marketplace, you can have as many of those as you want. Those will be yours. It's not limited if they're not on that insurance marketplace, because that's our guide. The first 20 of the SMPs who come in are going to be marketed, are going to be advertised very well. We're going to have our online slideshow with the explanation of the program. We'll show various ones here. You can reserve, as we set up to 10. You can be permanently accessible in all of our promotional emails and national ads. You'll see the weekly Monday morning emails. The Monday morning is now going out to over 100,000, and we'll be promoting Monday Morning Markets on that from now on. I mean, that's every week. In a year's time, it's over 5 million. But we'll definitely have that list on there. They can go in there, and they can even see and hear your PKVs. So it's going to be a quite a benefit to be the first 10 or the first 20, that is, who get in. So don't miss that. Be on as soon as you can, and it is going to get your name out there. Well, there's a few questions that you might have, and here are some of the ones that we were asked. We don't write in all states. Will they be able to display it? Yeah, they can display it. It won't really hurt you any. And if they have to then use somebody else at that stage of the game, but your name's going to get out there, and I think that's pretty important. Do they have to place business with you? No, they really don't have to place business with you per se on any of them. Nobody's requiring anybody to do anything. Can we remove it? Yeah, we remember this, that we do the video for you. It's no charge. That's all part of it in your charge. And can you remove it or change it? Yeah, I'd be glad to redo it with you. If there's a reason, no reason, and it'll be all kinds of. If you have 10 of them, there'll be 10 of them. That's fine with me. And how about the agencies? Are going to, well, they're going to be wanting more and more and more of these in the years ahead. So what's next? Go ahead and sign the application. We'll approve it. We'll have a contract, and it'll be all the wording and the whole harmless and the legal stuff. It's all in there. You develop the script with us, as we said on the Monday morning on your specialty package. You can review the changes. You can make it the way you want it to be. Then you can place it on. We'll place it on our website. But you can place it on yours too. You can do anything you want to with it, because it's yours. And you can use it as a marketing tool for your own people. That's what I would do, certainly. And, of course, we urge you to keep you and your staff updated through our Monday Morning Markets Monitor webinar that we'll be having each week, okay? Just as a reminder to you, here's what the retail agencies do. They have to sign up online at MondayMorningMarkets.com. Same kind of way to do it. They have to click on agencies, and they do it. You'll be clicking on wholesalers. Okay, so that's the story. A lot more things. You can do this. You can call me or drop me a note. I'll be happy to talk to you at any time. We think this is going to be the future for independent agents, to be able to offer everything in every way. As Bruce Cochran says, to be the quarterback or the conductor. And we look forward to working with you.